The World Wide Web. It is a place that is changing the definition of privacy day by day. Think of the internet as a place where surveillance cameras monitor your every move and where corporations are desperate to find out what you're searching for in order to personalize advertisements to cater to you, and a place where the federal government monitors everything in order to catch online crime and foul play. Many have criticized the monitoring of the internet as a violation of human rights, but there is a tool that allows one to venture far beyond the surveillance of corporations and the government as well. And this place is called Tor. Tor, which stands for the Onion Router, is a second World Wide Web where one's IP address is hidden and allows you to access a place called the Dark Web. In this place, almost nothing is traceable by anyone due to the high security anonymity and as a place where true internet freedom exists. Tor has given us many freedoms. With its anonymity, it has allowed people in oppressive governments to revolt, to express their opinion freely. For example, in the Middle East, when the Arab Spring occurred, all access to Facebook and social media were blocked off. However, Tor, with its anonymity, allowed people to access Facebook and social media and allowed them to communicate. It allowed them to express their ideas. So in a way, Tor promotes democracy. It promotes free discussion, free speech, and everything. And it's a vital tool for planning revolutions, and it's one of the most effective ways to get past government censorship, and it can even get past things like the Great Chinese Firewall. So it's really it can really be used for many good things.
So if you happen to be doing research for business, if you happen to be doing this in some context that has legal ramifications, that kind of thing can destroy a career. But if you happen to be a gay rights activist in Uganda, it could also be the end of your life. Where surveillance is often in support of authoritarianism and specifically in support of violence. Surveillance is one of the pieces of the puzzle that allows an authoritarian regime to do serious harm to people, because it is the all-seeing eye. It knows who you talk to, it knows what you say. These kinds of so-called lawful interception systems, they can cause a lot of harm. So what Tor seeks to do is not to go to war with these countries, where we'll call them over thereistan. That's not the goal. The goal is to empower each person to choose whether or not they wish to have the ability to speak freely. Each person gets to choose whether or not they are going to read a thing and not have to suffer the consequences of having read a thing. Because when we talk about privacy, we're actually talking about dignity. We're talking about autonomy. And we're talking about the ability for each of us to develop as a human.
Site called Silk Road.
And they were amazed when they were able to download this plugin on their browser, go into the Silk Road, and then from there, see, literally, they can make a purchase. It was like a buffet dinner for narcotics.
Although Tor has been used to benefit the individual, it has a side to it that can cause more harm than help us. Online drug markets have emerged on Tor. These drug markets allows one to buy drugs in a sort of Amazon.com style operation. The drug operations have been growing at a rapid rate and are replacing traditional drug dealing with a delivery service. At first, these drug markets were only used for light drugs such as marijuana. However, in recent times, they've been developing to the point where you can purchase almost any sort of drug, and besides that, buy almost any illegal service or product. This abundance and ease of getting harmful drugs like cocaine and heroin could possibly increase its use, since one can buy it with such ease. We're also seeing these markets alter and are selling more products and services such as stolen IDs, forged passports, and stolen credit card information. Many might argue that drug users should do whatever they please with their body. However, in this case, we're seeing average citizens being victimized by theft of their personal property. And this is a serious felony. These markets also sell illegal weapons, books, and child pornography, which can harm society in many ways. Terrorists have also been using this Tor because it's a good communication medium. Their IP address is masked, and nobody can find the origin of where a message originated from. And besides that, the message is in code, so nobody can really read it. And that's part of the reason ISIS is such a well-organized operation right now, because mediums such as Tor are really helping it. And honestly, this is something that should be thought about, because this this organized terrorism can harm us in many ways. We're also seeing hackers use it, and since it also masks the IP number and everything, and in a way, Tor is something that's dangerous. Another problem on Tor is its currency, the Bitcoin. Bitcoins are traceless currencies, meaning you cannot see who made that purchase. This currency is dangerous in many ways because it has become the way that criminals trade. So, for example, somebody can take stolen money and invest them in bitcoins and be guaranteed to keep that money safe. And also, Bitcoin has been used a lot for money laundering, fraud, and other corruption. And besides this, Bitcoin is being used to buy a lot of these online illegal drug services, and besides its other illegal products and services. And in a way, this is dangerous because this total anarchy of money now could be fueling things such as theft, fraud, and corruption. Internet surveillance might be a problem, yet with Tor, we can be endangering ourselves. So the final question is our privacy worth as much as endangering ourselves?